This is the Centurion drone command and control ship. And in today's episode is all about how we get it. And it's so ridiculous, I'm pretty sure you're going to love it. But before we get into that, I had a message on Discord from the developers, Elyon themselves, more specifically Hummel, the community manager from Elyon. He has been working tirelessly on these new missions and the new storyline and stuff like that. He just wanted to say thank you to me for doing this series, because he's managed to get more feedback from the few videos that I've done on the vanilla game here than he has from weeks of closed alpha and beta testings and things like that. And although I've been less than diplomatic about some of it, he still appreciates it. That's what I like about the guy. He's super nice. And, you know, it's great to hear from him as well. Thank you, Hummel. He did want me to just say one thing to you guys and show you guys one thing, and something that will hopefully help with fixing bugs and fixing the storylines and correcting little sentences and grammar and things like that. So if you are playing along and you do notice some of these things going off, like we've seen during these episodes, you can go into your PDA here and you can go to send feedback. You just click on the title, not the actual thing. Send us your feedback, activate the mission, and here we go. We can report bugs, we can feedback the game start feedback specifically, and even event feedback, the Hackathon Hover Racing Cup, which we've not even done yet. So if we were to report a bug, such as the AI getting stuck, we can email. We don't have to actually go onto the forum at all. We can email mission@empyrion.game.com if there's a problem with the mission, an error in the translation. So if you notice that the words or grammar or spelling is wrong or whatever, LOCA, or general game bug support. You can email all those things. Super easy to do. You know, you could do it on your phone right now if you've got email on your phone or whatever. So yeah, I mean, from now on, I mean, if we find something in the missions and stuff like that, I am definitely going to take a moment just to send that through to one of these email addresses and things like that. Or we could take the feedback survey. So this actually opens in-game as well, and it's just like a Survey Monkey thing, and we can actually run through. It's just all just feedback points. Please rate the contents of the update from 1 to a maximum of 5 points. Good. The current version of the game as a whole from 1 to a maximum of 5 points. Yeah, I'd give it a sort of a big fat meh. I'm gonna be honest, guys. Sorry to say. I much enjoyed the updates from, you know, when you're in alpha and you actually did updates to the game, not just the PDA, but you know, that will all come, I suppose, maybe, possibly. What did you particularly like about the update? Oh, well, I actually really like the way that the new stories are laid out and the fact that you can skip some of the dialogue if you want to. So yeah, you know, also praise be to Far. Thank you. So there we go. And yeah, none of this gets lost on the forums. It doesn't get lost in the scroll on the official Discord. It goes straight to their feedback mailbox. And they'll look at it straight away. And given the fact that there's so little feedback coming through for the game at the moment, I am sure that your feedback would get seen instantly, or at least very quickly anyway. Anyway, let's get on with it, shall we? So right now our objective is to bring in a new ship. Now, it is interesting I talk about feedback and all the missions and stuff like that, yet we're not actually going to be doing any missions today. Our mission is our own, and we are going to be bringing in the Centurion today. Now, I have come to Zirax space in order to achieve this objective. We are, you know, on Eligudar Alpha, an M-class sun in Zirax territory, which means that these planets should, in theory, have Zirax POIs on them. Now, this is also a bit of an experiment because this particular planet right here, Eus 1, is a barren hothouse, a planet I've not seen before or actually even touched before, because this is a work in progress playfield. Hostile weather, crazy temperatures, dense atmosphere, which means that weapons have a shorter range. Landfall is not advised. This is a hothouse. Style and mystery from afar and brutally dangerous up close. Which is what happens with a young Earth-like planet with a healthy magnetic field circling just a tiny bit too close to the fusion-powered fireball of a star, resulting in global warming that never looked. You cannot enter this planet with a CV, please turn around. Ah, it's interesting, it actually blocks you from going on to this planet. Okay. With a CV at least, anyway. I wonder if it'll let us down on in an SV. Interesting. I don't think it's going to let us down there at all, to be honest. But it's just funny because on the map here, House 1 has all the resources on it, basically. So yeah, it has all the stats of a normal planet. It's not like a gas giant. I mean, you definitely can't go down on a gas giant. We'll take the mining SV because that has just a little bit extra thrust power, and not very well armed or anything. In fact, it's got no ammo whatsoever. That's good, isn't it? Okay, maybe we should put some ammo in this thing. I don't know, maybe cred token UCH. Oh, that can go in my MISC box. Thank you. Sky miner, ammo. Yeah, just grab half of that. That'll do. Right, and let's get our shields going up as well. Got this space is hot thing going on again. We'll manage it with water. It'll be fine. The cabin temperature will cool down. Takes a long time for the life support to catch up when the ship has been switched off for a while. Shields are up. Let's go. Can we enter the atmosphere with an SV? What is it going to say? You can access the atmosphere. And here you can access the atmosphere with an SV. Well, that complicates things a little bit, doesn't it? Because now it's like, okay, we gotta just do some mining, I suppose. It doesn't look like there's any POIs here. It's all just resources, which for a work in progress planet, I suppose makes sense. It's a work in progress, right? But I really hope they build on these whip and sketch planets and actually turn them into something fun to explore, because right now if it's just resources, then you're better off just mining asteroids in space. What do we got here? The annoying SV detector has to be within 350 meters to pick up the deposit. You have to get annoyingly close to them to discover them. Neo. And silicon. Okay. Well, we need the basics, really. Get over that mountain in a second. Titanium is the main thing, and iron, the two biggest numbers on there, and sathium. This planet has the sathium and iron, apparently. Oh, well, there's the iron. I mean, an iron asteroid is definitely a better way of getting a large quantity of iron, but we're here, so why not? Anyway, with some iron in storage, let's head to a planet that should actually have some POIs on it. The reason I'm going to planetary POIs will become clear later. Spanj, why don't you just take out orbital POIs? Like, they're there, you can just get them. Yeah, well, the orbital ones have well, they have this reinforcement system, you see, and when you trigger an orbital POI, they might just call in, I don't know, a camera, Tavera, something to come and help them. Whereas ground-based POIs, well, they're just little bitches. You can just take them out, even with a capital vessel here. It's so easy. This is a massive planet. Oh my gosh. This is huge. Very large. Problem with very large planets like this, it will just take an absolute age to explore. But there we go, there's a logistics terminal, that'll do. Right, you got any guns on you? You don't look like you do, actually. You know what? That's perfect. Oh, wait, you do, but they're off. They are. They're switched off. How strange. A Rados logistics terminal, or maybe am I neutral with Rados? House Rados neutral. Wow. I can park my ships next to House Rados. This is a terrible idea, by the way, because if I go in here and well, let's see. There's an experiment here where I could go in And perhaps I could find the core without pissing them off and kill the entire base without firing a bullet. Let's try, shall we? Yeah, assuming things are done properly, which we never do, then we shouldn't even be able to open a door. We should all be locked down of it. Hello, everybody. Hello, hi. Yes, I'm friendly. Not allowed. That's a good start. That is actually a good start. I mean, terrible because it means that I might actually have to fire a shot to get into this place, which is disappointing to say the least. Okay, let's try upstairs. I wonder. There's got to be like someone's left a door open. I'm sure of it. Silly sausages. Okay, now to find the core. Okay, I'm in, boys. Oh, found the core. Oh, it's one of these ones, isn't it? Where it's like, okay, if you flip it at the flippers, it blows most of the base up. Okay, let's see. Because that one clearly has a line that goes to that. There's a CPU extender on the floor by the looks of it, which I would like to keep. That would be lovely. But I don't think there's a way. There's like a pipe above it. I don't think there's a way to get to the core without flipperdering. You know, I think the flipperder you're supposed to go for is that one, because that one's kind of hidden from view, so it's like the sneaky one, right? There's... oh, that's not allowed. Okay, so we're allowed to get to the core flipperder. But here's the thing. If I flipperder this flipperder... that doesn't do anything. Okay. You know what? That's fine. That's fine. That doesn't do anything. That's okay. It opens this door here. No, boys. And I'm pretty sure if I flipperder this flipperder, that opens this door. This flipperder opens this door. Yes. Okay. So notice how flipperders don't cost any rep or anything like that. Flipperder that flipperder. And I've just defeated the entire base without taking a single point of reputation damage. Yeah, I thought that might be possible. And here's the other thing. I can now put a core in this thing and salvage them. I mean, this is the reason I came to a planetary POI. I'll put a core in this thing and salvage what I can. And the quick way to salvaging a base like this is to collapse it. I don't actually think I have any cores. Okay, I have to make some cores. So here we go. Put a core on it. This is now my base. Okay, which means I can take all the blocks, and yeah, I won't incur any reputational penalties whatsoever. Bingo. There's a projectile turret. So what do I mean by collapsing? Well, it's very simple. On a planet, you have structural integrity, and in space, you don't. So if you take out this entire tower, for example, and all of its supporting blocks, what you get is a collapse, and you can then F the collapsing components, and as you can see on the left, top left there, I'm picking up all the parts. You get floaty bits like that every now and again because it's a bit silly, but ultimately that's how you do it. And the thing is, like, I just got 717 Sathium plates, 1,300 iron plates, and 522 titanium plates from that collapse that I can then just directly shove into the factory towards my capital vessel. And that is actually quicker than mining. And I don't even have to fire a shot. Awesome. Thanks, Elion. You silly sausages. Oh boy. Well, happy salvaging to me. And there we go. Eventually, you'll end up with collapsing the entire thing. Or the main structure, at least, because removing out the foundations of the whole thing is just crazy long. You just bring down the buildings. There we go. Look at how much freaking material we're getting out of this. Insane. Eventually, you end up with a lot of Xerax wandering around a very dead base. Looking a little confused. Hey guys, didn't we used to like have a base here? Yeah, I think so. Where did it go? Don't know, man. Just gone. You silly sausages. And that's what that looks like in container form. Apart from a bit of fuel and stuff, and some of the blocks I already had, I'd admit, but that much iron, that much titanium, that much sathium, all the giblets that I managed to remove, and this is everything from the loot boxes and the crates. So, yeah, and all without firing a single shot. And after chopping all of that into the factory, you can see just one POI. Well, I mean, we had a bunch in there already. I think it's fair to say just one POI, but that one POI had a huge impact on the ship there, because I managed to get the extender as well. So we've got the bridges. We just need 60 aluminium powder, which I'm pretty sure I have here. Yeah, I do. We would take that and chuck that in there as well. So it's just titanium. It's literally 28. It's 8,000 titanium, if that. Yeah, about 8,000. We have got, I put all the titanium I had into the factory, so that's pretty much exhausted my titanium supplies. I'll leave that obviously for crafting and stuff like that, and blocks and devices are down as well. So we do need, and there's plenty of titanium actually still in this base. If we have a look at statistics here, we can see there's 3,000 titanium in here. There's 3,000 titanium, but getting this titanium is actually now more of a pain, because I can't just like collapse it. I'd have to take every single one of these little railing blocks out individually and take those blocks down. But the good news is that I'll take that, thank you. Well, because these guys let me take their base without even shooting them, we're still neutral with Rados. So all we need to do is get back into our ship here and go and find another one. And we have potentially a jackpot situation here. Assuming these are all Rados, which they should be, because we're on a snow planet here, and that's where Rados live. That is 3 POIs, not including obviously all the defenses on the outside, with a fuel depot, geothermal power plant, and another fuel depot. Okay, none of these are going to shoot at us, because we're still neutral. And I'm not sure if they're all going to have a switch that lets me destroy their cores for free, but we should at least take a look and see what we can get away with. Let's go. I don't know why it always says that my turrets are deactivated when they're not. So geothermal power plant. I'm not 100% familiar with this one. First thing is, can we get inside without blowing a hole through the wall? Yes, we can. Hello, boys. My turrets. What are my turrets doing? What am I... Okay. I don't know what my turrets are doing, but they are killing Xerax, and I'm not getting reputational hits for it. So, okay. It scared the crap out of me there, because I thought for a second everybody's going to start turning and shooting at me. Interesting. Thrusters inside here. I'm not sure where the core is, but I did note... God, turrets, stop scaring the crap out of me. Your turrets won't shoot stuff that's neutral. So I think what's happening is we're getting regular Xerax spawning, and the turrets are killing them. I think that's what's happening. They're not Rados Xerax, they're regular Xerax, right? We've got big generators in here. Where is... That's like the main entrance, right? Oh, yeah, there's definitely regular Xerax among this lot. Okay, because that guy just shot me. Yeah, so these guys are Rad Xerax. Yeah, they got little rads above their names. And then we'll probably find that, yeah, these guys are Xerax. And you notice how we don't get reputation damage with House Rados for killing them. Although, I suppose it's not unheard of, or not completely out of reason for regular Xerax to be here, but it does complicate things a little bit. Okay, where is the core? I did see... I need to just get up here a second. Hang on. Because here's a commander. And the commanders are usually like, you know, in charge. So he would be a point of interest. There's a switch there. What does that do? I'm worried about flippiting. Because there's a lot of really good salvage here. Whoa, okay. Yep, alright, so we just blew this entire place up. And it's ours. It's ours now. Okay, cool. There we go, that's what that does. And I think it preserved... Yeah, the generators are intact. Sweet. Huzzah! Another one. So we'll slap a core in this one. I'm just going to go ahead and build a bunch of cores because we don't have salvage cores. Salvage cores are so nice. Anybody have 10? Build me 10 cores. There we go. That should keep us going. See if we can do the same thing to the fuel depot as well once I've salvaged this one. But yeah, now this is ours. We could do the same thing to it, and it's a lot more collapsible. Although most of this looks like it's armored concrete rather than titanium. But yeah, we can now look straight into these little containers. We can loot everything. No penalty. Not quite without a shot fired this time. Unfortunately, there were some regular Zirax to ruin my day. But, you know, we dispatched them easy enough. Yeah, to be honest, I think that one base is probably going to do it, actually. Let's find out, because we've got 20,000, 22,000, 23,000, 24,000, 26,000. Oh, we're just 1,700 short. Oof. Okay, let's go do one more base. I'll just come to another logistics terminal, because I know that I can get these ones for free. And there we go. Thank you very much for your donation, Zirax. Lovely. Let's get the titanium and get out of here. And I think this is it. Bingo. Start production. Yeah. We now have the Centurion drone command and control ship. Okay, we just need to get somewhere safe to spawn it in. No problem. See you later, Zirax. Thanks for all the loot. Man, that was easy. That was too easy. Right, so I've come to Omicron orbit, which is the next location of our mission. We've got to speak to Tharkan, who's just over there. But we'll do that next episode. Right now, we are more interested in our brand new capital vessel. And here she is. It's an awkward box, isn't it? But there we go. Plonk. The Centurion. I built this a while ago. I've never actually been able to really use it. It's a vanilla ship. It's on the workshop. Link in the video description down below. You can, hey, check it out yourself if you want to. And yeah, I built it around the new drone system, the new drone bay and the new drone system that the game had, which, you know, turned out to be very disappointing. The drones were next to useless in space. They're too slow and fragile, and yeah, they don't really do much at all. But I live in hope, and by having this ship here, hopefully one day the drone system will actually become useful and a viable weapon and system to have on your ship. And if that does come to pass, then the Centurion is ready, fit, and able to take on that duty. So, yeah, there she is. There's the STO3 long hauler, an absolutely fantastic ship to start the game with. Take you all the way into endgame, that thing will. It's got more than enough cargo space, weapons, shields, hangar space, so on and so forth. It is basically the sort of do-it-all box. Whereas the Centurion is certainly a bit more of a vanity project, I'll admit. It's got more weapons on it. It's definitely heavily armed. Its pretty much hull is entirely hardened steel hull. So it can take a lot more punishment as well. And I wouldn't say it's a battleship. Most of its weaponry is point defense, because its original intention was the drones would go off and do things. But the drones don't really go off and do anything. So it does have some good weaponry on here. It's got a plasma cannon, a couple of plasma cannons, laser cannons. It's got an artillery cannon that's tucked away under there, under signal logic. So it can definitely hit and punch quite hard when it needs to. But yeah, no, it's not a combat ship, not really. It's a good ship to live in. Let me check inside, because the hangar bay is especially, you know, ample. Is the word I'm saying? Ample? It's an ample hangar bay. Decent space for several large SVs, HVs, or whatever. It can land on a planet, and it does have the blast doors at the back. There's the ramps down, so it can land and deploy hover vessels. You've got a top-loading SV entry point, as well as the ground level entry point as well. There's the constructors over there. You've got storage and extra bits and bobs over there as well. And Let's check some fuel in this thing so we can see it actually all lit up. 88 fusion cells, it'll eat that. And we have gravity, there we go. So, flashlight off so we can see. Yeah, I do recall when I built this thing, I was very much sort of looking at Imperial color schemes from Star Wars, and that's why we've got that little flecks of red with the whites and the grays and the blacks and stuff like that. But overall, it's like I try and keep it reasonably clean. The interior of the ship is a little bit of a maze because of the exterior shape. So forgive me. It's going to get a bit confusing. We built it around a drone bay, but also this huge hangar bay, and all the sort of living compartments and stuff are up in the front section. Sorry, the top section. The front section here is where we've got things like the core, for instance, is there. The core in a heavy combat will be destroyed before any of the really expensive stuff is destroyed. If we continue on from that room, we come into where the generator is that we can see from the hangar bay above the core. And this is where we get access to the drone bay. Here's the drone bay. You can access it here. You can access it via logistics as well, of course, and add your drones in. But as you just see there, we've run out of gravity. There's no forward gravity generator. But that's we're into the nose of the ship here. We don't need to come here really ever. It's purely for access reasons, I suppose. So let me show you the bit where we do generally go. From the hangar bay, you'll probably access your constructors, you've got O2 bays and so on and so forth. And if I recall correctly, I think I measured the hangar bay around one of the bigger tanks that I have part of my vanilla collection, the Tri-Fire or one of those anyway. It doesn't really matter. Anyway, once you're done in the hangar bay, actually you come up either that side or this side. They're both the same thing. We've actually got, as you can see, a little directional LCD work going on here. Thank you, Saluz Decor, for that as well. And yeah, I'm just trying to remember now. I'm just like, can I remember my actual ship? This is all on a signal logic. I think it's the maintenance access signal logic that actually lights this up. I mean, as you can see, we've got a warp drive, we've got a pentaxid tank, and access in here to the thrusters, which are on right now, so it gets very spicy in here, and you don't want to hang around too much. We head up, we get up a balcony to the hangar bay. Keep going up. We've got another little access port to a thruster, very spicy, and all the way to the tippity top you've got an access gantry to the generators and stuff. And this is a little bit crazy in here, I gotta admit. You've got these damn ladders. You got generators, thrusters. I really should turn the thrusters off. It's getting too spicy in here. Access to fuel tanks. It's the whole sort of engineering sort of section here, right? You get all of this, and that's all under the maintenance access switch on both sides, because actually we're in the nacelles right now. But if we turn the maintenance access switch off, these doors essentially lock. You don't notice them, don't see them, don't pay them any mind. They're only there to provide access should you want access for whatever reason to the thrusters and generators and stuff. Anyway, as you come out of that elevator, you're entering the main, I suppose, bridge promenade area. This is where we're going to be spending most of our time up here, to be honest. And yeah, I think it's quite nice up here. We've got ourselves our 18 plot garden, nothing particularly spectacular, but more than enough for a single player. And here is our core CPU room. So these are all the CPU extenders. And remember, the core is at the front of the ship, so assuming the damage profile continues along a linear path through the ship, those very expensive components will be nice and protected. Should the core explode first, the ship should stop taking damage. Infirmary needs a bit of a cleanup, but lovely views outside from here. And across the way, the captain's quarters. And again, some great views out the side. And then, of course, the bridge itself. And it's a split bridge. It's kind of funny, but the left-hand side, the right-hand side here doesn't actually have a driver's console on here. This is like a navigator's thing. I don't know. And on the other side, we have our actual pilot seat. Now, one thing that I have sort of let down on is this LCD is not an active LCD. The lights and stuff do not change depending on what is active, etc. So it's just a static thing, and I don't know why that one is not on. That holographic screen right there is just not on. But yeah, okay, there we go. How strange. Some of the consoles are on or off. And then yeah, airlock straight outside, so really quick access in and out of the ship. That's it. That is the new Centurion. This is going to be our home. I will now need to transfer all of the gubbins from the long hauler, and I think I'll just leave the long hauler here at Omicron and at this station here. It'll be perfectly safe here should I need to come back to it. But from now on, we're going to be running with the Centurion. And hopefully, it will serve us well. But we'll have to wait and see until next episode, where we'll pick up the story again and talk to this Tharkan chap, and we'll press on from there. But thank you so much for watching today. I hope you've enjoyed. And don't forget the feedback options available to you in-game here if you are running a vanilla game and you want to, say your piece, as it were. You can do so. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and hopefully I'll see you next time. Until then, take care. Bye-bye.